Okay, we're back. We are at level 11, I believe. Let's double check. Yes, just hit level 11. I should have enough healing, uh, candy, chocolate, stuff like that. Should be fine fighting the Spiky Tiger, I think is the name of the boss. Pretty sure there's nothing of note in the other doors. It's just, center door is where you go. I believe she has another thing she has to work on, doesn't she? Yes, the spear. Okay. Double check just to make sure there's nothing in these doors. Yep, just the chairs. I know this one has nothing. Just some blats. Okay, so they're useless. Cool. Moving on to almost being done. Okay. LNA.
What noisy little children. But don't worry. You'll get what's coming to you.
This whole thing really could have just
Allow
happened
me the
here.
pleasure of sending you to my dear Thanatos.
No! Dialogue! Elena, what have you done with him?
My. Oh my. Such a peculiar young man. For some reason, my magic didn't work properly on him. But Thanatos wanted him, so I sent him directly to the ruins in Pandora.
Thanatos?
Silly child. Thanatos is a mystic knight of the Vandal Empire who will crush your kingdom from within.
How could you?
Now that most of the people of the land have lost their souls, Thanatos will be unstoppable. All the mighty Thanatos has to do is storm the castle by attacking from the southern ruins. Now then, my little spiky tiger looks hungry. And you're on the menu.
Such a dumb little dance that she does at the end there. There he is. I'm gonna heal Prim, because that was a little more damage than I wanted her to take.
Thanks!
Take that!
Oh my god, stop. Oh, that's it? Well, shit.
Takes more than that.
That was a lot easier than I expected it would be. Maybe 11 was overkill. I probably could have done that just fine at level 9. Yay, boomerang orb. A weapon I don't really care for.
No! Please, forgive me. I didn't mean for this to happen. But once the magical herbs that grew in my forest withered,
You just...
I had no choice. I exchanged the souls of the villagers for herbs from Thanatos to keep my powers.
So...
Lesson learned. I'm resigned to be a simple old lady and live a normal life from now on.
your punishment is for essentially murdering dozens of people, at least, is that you have to live a normal life.
If you're
How
looking for that young man
terrible
who was
for
here
you.
Earlier, he's already left for the ruins to the south of Pandora. You can take what's in that treasure chest over there. I don't need it anymore. The orb in the underground palace. You need to use ice magic to activate it. I'm back to my old magicless self, so I can't help you.
You are 100% useless to me, LNA.
I knew it! Dialogue is alive!
Can you hear me? Come to the water palace immediately.
It's Luca. Something must have happened. I've got to go.
I'm going to. I'm worried about Dialogue, but I need your help to save him. I'll go with you, but in return, you have to help me rescue Dialogue afterward.
Don't worry, I'm coming along. We'll get this job done in no time.
Then we gotta run through everything, I think. Let me try the whip. Nope, can't use the magic rope here. It's not actually that far, because there's a... It's why you get the whip. Fuck off. Right around here. No, it's the next screen, isn't it? Yes, it is. Just skip everyone. There. I hate doing this because it's so... It's just stupid. It's kind of annoying that it's there. Like, this is the only point where it makes sense, because you can't go backwards without the whip. But from this point on in the game, you always have the whip, and you can always do that. There's absolutely no reason not to. Speaking of which, I should level that up. Water Palace. Gotta go do that. I do have to kill an fish. May as well get that out of the way. On the plus side, the whip is kind of a decent weapon, actually. I think it has the longest range in the game. And, not bad as far as damage goes, either. It's comparable. Ow. Okay, now this next fight is not going to feel like a boss fight, but it totally is.
What the?
And if you're not leveled up for it, this can actually kind of screw you over. Or if you get unlucky. Yes, I know it looks like I'm beating the crap out of this poor, defenseless pink blob of a creature. It's not defenseless. I assure you. It's also not defenseless, because it'll do that to you. And he actually can do a fair amount of damage. I've,
Try to stop
yeah.
me.
Multiple times I've had this thing kill like my entire party just because I wasn't prepared for the amount of damage he was going to do. Oh yeah, and he heals himself. So you kind of have to like stay on him. I want to say in the original game there was his tongue came out further too. So that was a more of a hassle too.
My thanks.
And we get our first
I am
elemental.
Undine, the water elemental. In return for your kindness, you may use my power. Elementals may manifest as two types of spells, to use as you will. You may call upon my recovery and defense magic. And you may use my battle magic.
What about me?
You are the wielder of the mana sword. Magic will never be yours to master.
Sucks to be you.
Pit your own magic against that of your sword could yield disastrous results. However, you may channel the magic of others through your mana weapon.
I'd like to see a sequel of this game that that uses that, that uses that line right there. Specifically where they talk about wielding magic and the power of the mana sword at the same time causes like a corruption in the character or something.
For instance,
And you see that happen progressively through the game.
weapon.
I've never actually
Turning
made
your
it through
enemies into snakes.
any of the other games in this series. This is the only one. I've played the sequel to this, which I think is actually a prequel.
In addition, I leave this mana weapon to you. With it, you may attack enemies both above and below you. Call
There was
upon me anytime.
something I was reading that talked about like the story of like the lore of the world of Secret of Mana and everything, and it mentioned some cities that were, I think Wendell was the name of the city that I remember them talking about, which is a city in Secret of Mana 2, a game that was never released in America. But there is a translation you can get for the ROM and everything, and it's a really good game, actually. It has a cool system where you multi-class your character. No, it's not a multi-class system. You can evolve your characters in different ways, and you can be entirely different classes based on, like, just your decision. You decide if you want to be a few different types of a certain class or whatever. But you also don't have a set party. You have 3 party members that you use, and there are 6 potential party members you could use. You pick them from the beginning, and then you see how their stories intertwine. And you will see the other 3 characters that you don't pick and kind of see what they do and what their motivations are. It's a really cool system. And there are parallels to like each of these characters that are in that one. There's like a white magic sprite. The girl and the sprite are inverted as far as like appearance versus what they do. But there is an offensive magic girl who's very similar to Prim, and there's a white magic sprite who's very who looks like Papoy. They're similar, at least, I suppose. Where am I going? Pandora? Oh, that is something I gotta do. This game does have a kind of a problem. This is a remake specific issue. in that in the normal game, when you hit the auxiliary menu, it'll show you which character you're on. It'll bring up that ring menu over whichever character you should be on. Well, that's not the way it works here. It just pulls it up over your main character, and there's no way to tell which one you're actually on. So you have to kind of go through the menu to figure out which one is which. And what I've found is the easiest way of handling that is setting the quick menu, left and right bumper, to each of the characters that you want to use. And then if I want to open the sprites menu, I can hit right bumper. And yes, I'm going to start on that spell specifically, but at least I'll be on the right character, and I can go from there, finding what menu I want. Same for the girl. It's also usually helpful because you'll have one offensive and one defensive spell that you'll regularly use. So you can just have those ready to go at any time. There was probably a more elegant solution to that problem, but whatever. Now, since I don't really need the help of my party members, I'm pretty much going to have them, like, casting spells a lot of times. Just, there's no reason to have this extra mana that I'm going to have. And it will level up my mana. While I'm doing this, it'll save on time I have to do outside of the game for stuff I'm literally doing anyway. I'm just walking this path, killing enemies. I may as well get experience for the casting. So next time we will, I'm going to stay at the inn here. I'll pick up the whatever gear I need to pick up for this area, and we'll be good to go. I will be doing a yeah, have your 10 GP. I will be doing a grinding session on this just to get Undine up to level 1 and level up the weapons that I've gotten taken care of. I'll upgrade one of the other weapons that I have from Watts too off screen, so that'll be all taken care of next time. But I will see you then, and we'll keep going with Secret of Mana on to Pandora Ruins.